Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 19th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will catch me live. I feel really good about this week for you overall, is what I'd say. I like this. This looks very good. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You have the Four of Wands here. You do have the Five of Swords. I feel like this is mostly saying don't give up on something here. So I feel like some of you need to keep pushing, probably towards like a goal, a wish, a dream, something that you're trying to accomplish. This Horse energy is a card of momentum. And it says you need to keep pushing forward at this time. So you have like a lot of innovative energy here as well, I will say. And yeah, you have the Fox. The Fox is a card of ingenuity and coming up with like new ways of doing things in your life. And I kind of got that off this moon here as well. Like I was saying, it's a card of innovation, trying new things. I feel like things could be going very well for you, or will be if they're not already, in all areas of your life. I feel like that Horse there is just saying you need to keep the momentum going. You just need to keep pushing forward. I do feel like there will be obstacles. Five of Swords, Two of Swords. There will be challenges to things that you're trying to accomplish at this time. But you have the Graveyard here, which says unnecessary fear. I feel like this whole reading is just saying you can have whatever you want, but I feel like you have to like try new things. I feel like I say this to you all the time now, because I keep making the joke about the song, you can have whatever you like. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying if you can dream it, you can have it. I literally just said this to Libra as well. Seems to be an air sign energy right now. But I feel like it's not going to be, maybe it just seems like things are a little bit more out of reach for you at this time, Aquarius. You have the Clean It Up card. I just feel like you're cleaning all sorts of things up at this time in your life. This could be karma with these cards here. You have two sixes, kind of a like down and dirty way that I read cards is that to me, two sixes can be just karma or cleaning up karma. Again, this is not accurate. This is, well, actually, I mean, I think that it is more accurate, but it's just how I read. It's not like accurate tarot, but I feel like for some of you could be cleaning things up at this time. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Cups here. Again, I feel like some of you could be, I don't really feel like this is necessarily someone coming back from the past here with the Six of Cups. I feel like it's more, if you're dealing with someone from the past, maybe you're just cleaning up the karma. Maybe you're just like fixing the situation or, kind of cleaning things up. Like I said, you have the Four of Cups here. I feel like in the past, like maybe, this says here that maybe life hasn't been terrible at this time or, in the recent past. But the Four of Cups there is kind of like saying you want more. I feel like you're dreaming of brighter days. It's like raining on this card here. So I feel like you are dreaming of bigger and better things in your life. For others, I do feel like you could be thinking about the past. I do feel like, and again, I'm not saying this is an ex coming back reading. It could be, but you do have the Five of Swords here, which says there would be an obstacle to making that happen, obviously. I do feel like it could happen though, but there probably would need to be more investment with the Six of Pentacles. But I do feel like you could be kind of like reminiscing here more with that Six of Cups energy. But I feel like you need to keep pushing forward. You have this Horse energy here. This is an energy of hard work, but it's also an energy of momentum, and maintaining the momentum, keep pushing forward is basically what this card says. You have the Four of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Two of Swords. For some of you, I do feel like this could be a divorce, and so I do feel like you could be going through a separation or divorce at this time with these cards. For others, I feel that this is kind of like needing to win at all cost. Sometimes, the Five of Swords, this front person here, they're carrying all the swords, and normally they have a smile on their face. And, this person in the back has been defeated. Normally the second person is just walking away from the battle, but they're just walking away. They didn't win. They technically lost, I guess, but they're just kind of walking away. And this front guy, he has all the swords, and he's normally smiling, and he is like winning and it's because he has won at all cost. But he's also alone. And it can represent selfishness and things like that as well. But at the same time, I feel like this is saying you do need to win at all cost. I feel like this is saying that there is some sort of goal, something you're working towards with this Moon card here. And I feel like you need to give it everything you got. This could be like a business idea, some sort of dream that you have here with the moon card. It could be a romantic fantasy as well. And, to be with like a person, or maybe there's a certain type of person that you would like to be with, King of Cups right here. And I feel like this is saying you need to make this happen. But I feel obstacles with these two cards, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So for some of you, it's like there are obstacles to this goal. That Fox card, like I said, and then you have the Moon card here, is saying you need to try new things. You need to innovate. You need to invent new ways of doing things. So it kind of says this here, I feel like it's not really saying break outside of a comfort zone. I feel like it's more just saying try new things. And I feel like that will set you free with that 4 Wands. 4 Wands is just a card of freedom. It can represent marriage and all those other things, celebrations, but it's also just a card of freedom. This Horse card here is also a card of freedom. So I do feel like that trying new things or experimenting in your life would be a really good thing for you to do right now. You have the Graveyard card. It says unnecessary fear. This is all the what ifs popping up here. So for some of you, maybe you're thinking about starting a business, for example. What if I don't have the money? What if, someone crashes into the business with their car and then I have to shut down? And what if I'm too emotional to have a business? Or what if I don't have the emotions necessary to handle a business? All what ifs. So I feel like some of you need to let those what ifs go. This could be in love as well. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources. I have fears about romance. Chiron was in Pisces. Chiron's in Aries, but Chiron in Pisces is the fear of being naked. We could still be carrying that energy around, even though Chiron has been in Aries for a while. There are other things going on. Including stuff with Black Moon Lilith, which I won't get into here, but, basically just know that there are a lot of fears of intimacy in relationships. So you could be, either you or a person could be having these fears here. That could be preventing things from moving forward. King of Cups, afraid of emotional commitment, or afraid of emotional ruin is what's popping into my head. So I do get like a lot of what ifs here. And I feel like you need to let those fears go as far as that's concerned. Yeah, you have the Midnight card, most magical. This says the most magical hour of all. I'm always in bed at midnight, just so everybody knows, sleeping. But for some of you, maybe not. Maybe you're staying up at night, and maybe it's actually good for you. Maybe you get more work done, is what I'd say at night. I'm one of those weird people. I'm like really productive at like 7 o'clock in the morning or like 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I want to sleep all day, and then I'm really productive between like 8 and 10, and then I'm asleep again. So I don't know, maybe you're like that too, but I feel like that's saying you could be getting a lot of work done at night. For others, again, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, and the King of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of happiness here for you. The Moon represents the period of time after a full moon, and it can represent a period of innovation, trying new things. And again, that's why it represents fears. I feel like people get the Moon card wrong because, yeah, it can represent fears. Yes, it can represent things that we imagine, illusions, fantasies, things like that. But it also says, why can't we make those things real? It's like, yeah, she is actually really there, right? On the card. But there's also this reflection down here. And so it's just saying, you need to make this real. Whatever your dreams or whatever your dream life is, I feel like if there was ever a time, I keep saying this to Pisces, you are born close enough to Pisces, Aquarius, that this applies to you as well. If there was ever a time where you could live your dreams, it is right now, especially with this Moon card here. You just have to get started. And again, you're not going to be able to do things the same way. I would say, like, part of me feels like, this is saying, don't compare yourself to other people, this whole entire reading. Don't compare your situation to other people. Everybody's journey is different, right? And so I feel like for some of you, this is saying, like, maybe there's some sort of business you want to start. Maybe you've seen other people do the same thing, and maybe it doesn't work out as well as it had for them. But it's like you're just on a different journey. Same thing in love. It's like maybe love hasn't worked out how it has for other people, but other people are stupid, right? So don't compare your relationship to other people. Most people's relationships suck, right? And people think that's normal, but it's not. I'm here to tell you it's not. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying, the whole reading is saying, don't compare your journey to other people. You might actually be on a better path. Other people, yeah, maybe they went out and got married at 19, and maybe they're still married today at 67, but maybe behind closed doors, they hate each other, right? And it's like, maybe you're a little bit older, or maybe you're waiting for your true love, but maybe you'll actually meet that person and you won't hate this person ever. So I feel all those stories are popping into my head right now for you, Aquarius. Crazy, wild reading is what I'm going to say to you. But let's clarify this wild ass reading, and let's see what we have for you. Between the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, you have the Five of Spades. This is a risk. Definitely could be a separation as well. So for some of you, Five of Spades to me can represent a divorce, a separation. Five of Swords here as well. So it could be a separation. Funny enough, that card is in this deck here, the maybe Lenormand. It's not a real Lenormand card, but in this deck, it represents momentum. So a lot of momentum, 2 cards of momentum for you here. Between the Four of Cups here and the Five of Swords, yep, three of Spades. Definitely some sort of separation or breakup, probably due to breadcrumbing with that Six of Pentacles or not getting enough from a person. And I feel like some of you could be thinking about the past. Again, maybe you thought the grass was going to be greener, or maybe your person thought the grass was going to be greener and it wasn't. So I do feel like either you or a person could be going through a breakup, either thinking about you or your person. If that wasn't if that made sense. So I feel like there is some sort of like sadness because maybe someone thought the grass was greener on the other side and it wasn't. But I feel like it's definitely leading to a separation. Between the Six of Cups here and the Two of Swords, you have the King of Spades. This is called the Lily. I would say if that is your story, if somebody left you or you left somebody, again, we've all done it. You know, there's no judgment here in the pond, right? We have pretty much everybody has left someone and then regretted it. So again, no judgments here, but this was probably a spiritual lesson. And so the good news with the King of Spades is it just says you have learned a spiritual lesson. So there you go. Between the Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Diamonds. This is called the Birds, and it does say trust your intuition, and I do feel like you could be being very strongly guided by your intuition at this time. So definitely trust your intuition. It's also a card of good news as well. Actually, it's not, but it's popping into my head as good news. So I do feel like some of you could be receiving good news, but this would be good news that probably leads to more freedom with that Four of Wands. So I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles here, this could be like a raise, a promotion, or maybe you've just been waiting for a job. So I feel like it could be money. Between the Five of Swords here and the Moon, you have the Eight of Clubs. The Eight of Clubs is called the Mountain, and it represents the road less traveled. Again, what did I say? You are on a different journey than everybody else, and everybody is on their own journey. I feel like that's what you're realizing here. The Eight of Clubs, again, it's called the Mountain, and it represents difficulties and challenges. But again, to me, it's like the card of the road less traveled. It just says you're doing something different with your life. You are innovating. Your life is going to change with that Moon card, but probably for the better. Between the Two of Swords here and the King of Cups, you have the Five of Hearts. Five of Hearts to me, again, is not a real Lenormand card. To me, in the playing card reading system, it's a card of jealousy to be ignored. So you could be dealing with jealousy this week. I would ignore it. In this deck, it's actually love. You have the Two of Swords to the King of Cups. Could be a Pisces that some of you are dealing with, the Moon and the King of Cups. Could just be someone who's very intuitive, very loving, very stable. So in this deck here, they call it Cupid. There's like a little Cupid guy on here, little angel man baby on this card. And I feel like it's saying, you know, that you could be kind of getting shot with an arrow of love. So you could be falling in love with someone. You could already be in love with this person. I do feel like if you have someone that you're already in love with, I do feel like there are obstacles here with these Two Swords cards to getting to this person and the Eight of Clubs. It's like you're dreaming about it, you're thinking about it here with the Eight of Clubs and the Moon card, or, you know, take this for how it resonates. Could be the other person dreaming about you, but there are obstacles. Top row outcome, Eight of Diamonds. You have everything you need to make this happen. I don't care what this is. I don't care if this is love. I don't care if this is a dream. I don't care what it is. Eight of Diamonds is called the key. It says you have all the keys necessary to make something happen. You just have to open the door. So open the door. Middle row, Three of Hearts, love it. Three of Hearts, again, I don't attach a meaning to. Three of Hearts, to me, in the playing card reading system, it's just an indicator card. We don't really have reversals in the playing card reading system. So the Three of Hearts just indicates the direction of a reading since we don't have reversals. And so to me, Three of Hearts indicates a positive direction and happiness as well. So I feel like there's like true happiness coming in for you here. And your bottom row, you have the Nine of Spades. I almost feel like you're anchoring yourself. This card is called Anchor. I do feel like some of you could be committing to a person in love here, or it's like you know that you want to commit to this person right here, this King of Cups. So I do feel like some of you could just know who you want to commit to in love, and it's like you're making the decision. Definitely obstacles to being able to commit to this person, but if this is a person. For others, like I said, I feel like you're just manifesting a dream, like a dream business, a dream job, dream career, and I feel like you have everything you need to do it. I'm nosy, so I want to see an outcome To me, this is just one thing. So sometimes I do a reading, and just to me, everything is just like kind of one message. So yeah, you have the building blocks. I feel like you are focusing on behind the scenes work at this time. Maybe that's why there are these swords cards here, is because things are taking time. Again, I feel like you are building momentum, so don't stop on whatever it is you're working on. I mean, that fox card is a card that says don't trick yourself out of something that's good. Sometimes, the horse to me can also say, like I said, don't stop. It's about building momentum. You might be building momentum behind the scenes and not even realize it. So don't stop now. I always tell the story. I know a person who worked in real estate, and they were kind of doing a bunch of work in real estate, and they were investing. And they were basically doing a lot of marketing for real estate. And what happened is that they kept marketing, and nothing happened basically in their business. And so they quit, right? They stopped. But then all of a sudden, they started getting a bunch of calls and a bunch of like people wanting information, like all of a sudden in the future from all the marketing that they had done in the past. And, so what happened is they lost all that momentum. If they just kept going and they just kept pushing, and if they really truly wanted the business, basically, they would have been more successful than ever, because what they were doing was working. That story is popping into my head. I'm not saying you're going to be doing anything in real estate, but what I am saying is I feel like this reading is extremely good. I love it. And to me, I feel like it's saying you are building a lot of momentum behind the scenes in love and business, whatever it is you're doing. I feel like you need to keep pushing. You have the King of Wands here. King of Wands pours his heart and soul into anything that he is building. He is a builder. So, I feel like you need to pour your heart and soul into things. The Fool, I feel like it's safe for you to take a risk at this time. And the Queen of Swords here, ready to receive, opening up. Things are confusing around you. You're not quite sure what to do, but you are still open to doing things. Queen of Swords, she has her sword up, but she has her hand out. She's like ready to receive. And not only that, there are normally clouds around the Queen of Swords. And it kind of says that, no matter what's going on in the world, coronavirus, everything else, she still can see very clearly. So I think you need to trust your vision as well. With this card, you have the Seven of Diamonds, needing to trust your intuition. Again, maybe someone's telling you, don't start a business during coronavirus because blah, 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 right? Whatever. And, but maybe you have a different vision. Again, you are on a different path, is what this reading is saying. Your life is different than everybody else's. That's it. So I love this reading. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you in the future if you keep the momentum going. So that's what I would do there. But I love this. So thank you for watching, Aquarius, and definitely enjoy the rest of your week.